I read some poems from a little collection which came out at the end of last year, towards the end of last year, called The Oracle Room. Was it there? Which is it's a title of a poem in the book. It's a slightly portentous title, I've been told, nonetheless. In a sense, this is a found poem. In another sense, it's a bit of a joke, really. We're all used to this kind of thing. This is, and I'm not saying Revival do it, absolutely not. But some of the magazines certainly do. They have this list of conditions. You know, this list of conditions. We will only accept your work on condition that you do all of these other things. Most of the time, I'm inclined to send back an extremely rude comment to that. But here's the kind of thing. There's something Kafkaesque about all of that, I think. This is called the Kafka Prize for Poetry. Maximum of 12 entries, Visa or MasterCard accepted. Foreign currency or checks are not. Do not send cash. Poems may be on any theme or subject and in any style, but be unpublished previously. All poems must be written in the English language. The competitor's name must not appear on the manuscript. The organisers reserve the right to change the panel of judges without notice and withhold any or all prizes if they decide such is justified. There will be no correspondence. The submission of an entry implies the unqualified acceptance of the rules of entry. Copyright remains with the author. And good luck to him. There is actually a great deal of money to be made by organising a literary competition. Did you know that?
How?
How? There actually is. 10 euros or 20 euros per poem, you know, this kind of thing.
All right.
3 submissions for 40 euros. Wonderful stuff. Okay, this is a poem called Love in Those Days, a sort of harking back to a period, I think, which was more innocent, or at least appeared to be, carried the trappings of innocence in this country. We didn't know about people like Charles Haughey at the time. It's called Love in Those Days. An Indian restaurant was a new thing then, before the coming of the condom, when sex was being careful. A plastic Buddha, blind and golden in a plastic cave, a hiss of sitars from the walls. Decent, mad cafes where broke revolution earned a crust. Gays held hands under tables. I was moon daft in the brick orchards, untunable as a Picasso guitar. Real girls scoffed at makeup. You said, "Don't call me beautiful," even as a lick of candlelight shaped a flawless icon of your face. It was wonderful days. I remember holding a door open, as I was reared to do, for a young lady in Dublin, and she stood back and she said, "Didn't know me or anything. I don't need a man to open a door." That was me sorted.
We're not all like that.
Oh, I know you're not all like that. It wasn't you. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't you. Right, okay. This poem is called Night Music, and every city has this activity. Some deny it. I remember talking to a chap in Galway one time and telling him, "Do you see that street down there, High Street and Quay Street? That was the red light district where prostitutes hung out for the British Navy." And he said, "That's a horrible thing to say about Galway." So there you go. Night music. Wind-drunk gulls angle and tip. A boat lazes like a woman after sex, stretched on a couch. It could be anywhere, a time of year out of time. The islands ghost away. Boys pant and sniffle, waiting for the old men to grunt, under the bare arm of the diving board in the dark that smells of salt. And in the orange light, drizzling on the empty promenade, snot-nosed other lads brazen out the smiling cars. Men of impeccable character, fuck them.